Hello people and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Mythical Scorpion and today I wanted to talk about my first Pokemon Gen 1 teams. That's right, I played every gen, I played every game at least once. I might not have them all, but I played them at least once in my life. It is kind of hot right now. I mean, it is 20 degrees Celsius. Yes, that's hot. I live in the Netherlands. We're not used to this kind of weather, especially if it's kind of like damp in the air. It makes it like very sticky and sweaty, right? But that to the side, right? That's completely besides the point, right? I want to talk today about my first Gen 1 Pokemon teams. I'm going in order, so red, blue, and then yellow, because I had separate teams of those games, all three, right? That means next week I'm going to talk about gold, silver, and crystal. And yes, I'm doing the remakes in the specific gen they had. So I'm doing Fire Red and Leaf Green together with Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, because they're all 5 Gen 3 instead of Gen 1, because it's a Gen 3 remake of Gen 1. So to me it seems very obvious. So let's start with my team for Pokemon Red. The first actual Gen 1 game I played was Pokemon Red, right? Of course, I knew about a couple of things, like the Dratini in the Safari Zone. It took me like 20 hours to finally get one. It took me a while, right? It took me so long, like 20 hours of playtime to get a damn Dratini in the Safari Zone. Get me my damn Dratini for one. Let's start with the starter Pokemon. Which one do you think I chose? Do you think it was A, little cute little Charmander? Do you think was it B, little cute little Squirtle? Or do you think was it C, a little cute little Bulbasaur? Well, I hate to break it to you, all normal people, I chose Bulbasaur. Because Bulbasaur is cool as hell. I mean, it's a bulb. It is a bulb and it is a toad. That's so cool. I mean, of course, one turns into a dragon that isn't actually a dragon, right? And one turns into a huge damn tortoise that isn't a turtle with cannons. That is cool. But still, I chose Bulbasaur because I, as a little boy, was obsessed with Bulbasaur. They're so cool, mostly because of the anime. I liked his badass stance, so he was the big boss around, right? He was the one with common sense, right? So my first Pokemon is a Bulbasaur, right? Now for my second Pokemon, and yes, it was mostly because of the anime, I went with Caterpie. Why? I don't know. I guess I just wanted the Butterfree. And first off, I wanted the Butterfree to make the first gym leader easier. My boy Brock, shout out to my boy Brock. And then, never mind, I had a Bulbasaur. I didn't even have any trouble with it. So my second Pokemon was an actual Caterpie. I just like Butterfree so much. Because of the anime, because it evolves like so fast for the Pokedex, right? But after like Gym 3 I ditched it. Because it wasn't worth it anymore. It couldn't do anything in the third gym, Lieutenant Surge, and after that it was worthless because the stats were so mediocre and so low that I couldn't do anything with it. It would get one-shot by a Rattata 5 damn levels beneath it. That is so useless, right? But still, I like Butterfree and Beedrill, both. So my second team member isn't actually a Beedrill nor Caterpie. I just wanted to give that a shout out together with Beedrill, but I have less experience with Beedrill than Caterpie and Butterfree. So my actually second Pokemon was a Nidoran male. Yes, that's right. I chose a Nidoran male over a Pidgey because I thought Nidoking was so cool. Nidoking is so cool. The first time I ever played through it, I heard it was on the 3DS because I have a 3DS with all Generation 1 and 2 Pokemon games, including Trading Card Game, Game Boy Edition. And then my 2DS has Pokemon Yellow and Pokemon Crystal because I bought those first, then played through it until I had the 3DS. with enough storage for it, since I have my Ultra Moon file downloaded on my 2DS. And I'm not gonna switch out the USB because I'm afraid I will lose it all, because I got more than 500 hours on there. Right, my first actually hunted legendary shiny is on there, so I'm not gonna risk the deletion of that file. My second ever Pokemon was Nidoran Mill, and it turned into a Nidoking because Nidoking is so cool and he's purple. Purple is a cool color. I don't care what you little children say. I don't care. If you think that's for girls, pink and purple are cool colors, especially on shinies. Nidoran Mill just happens to have a pink shiny as well. But I just like Nidoking. He's so cool. And he learns Earthquake. One of my favorite Pokemon moves ever, because it's so powerful, it's so cute and adorable. I'm talking about Nidoran, not the Earthquake. I mean, an Earthquake wouldn't be that adorable, eh? Compared to a Nidoran male, at least. I mean, it's definitely cuter than Nidoking, but I digress. That's besides the point, right? Completely besides it. My third member, so I had Bulbasaur, Nidoran male. So I had a Venusaur and a Nidoking, right? My third member was a Alakazam, because I just remembered from things I've of course read and heard and seen everywhere that psychic types are broken in Gen 1. And I don't mean broken as in they were trash, right? I mean broken as in they were undefeatable by almost anything. Unless it's a literal physical attack, because they're more specially defensive, because they're more specially attacking. But I digress. Alakazam is cool. I don't care what you say. I don't care about your opinion. I like almost every Pokemon. Not evenly, but there are so many cool Pokemon that it's difficult to choose. So I keep switching them out every time. That's why I'm creating 3 teams, right? Fourth one was a Gengar. I know, kinda cliche, because I already have Alakazam. But I like Gengar. Gengar's cool as well. My fifth one was an actual Dratini, because I spent 20 damn hours searching for a Dratini in the damn Safari Zone, man. And after 20 hours, finally got it when I was at my parents', and I forgot to save. I put it in my bag, I forgot to turn it off, I put it in my damn bag, and I forgot to save. But I also forgot to turn it off, so I saved when I got home. So the actual hours might be plus 15 to 30 minutes, I don't know really. Something about that. But around 20 hours, right? My sixth member, and my last member, was actually a Pikachu. Because I like Pikachu. Call me a normie. I don't care. I like Pikachu. My second ever team for Generation 1, Pokemon Blue, I started with Squirtle, because Squirtle's cool. Not as cool as Bulbasaur, but he's cool. And I like Squirtle. And nobody can tell me anything about it, because I like him. And that's all I care about, is that I'm playing through it, and I like him so much. So, my first Pokemon on Pokemon Blue was Squirtle. My second was Mankey, because I like Mankey. I think he's cool. I like almost every Pokemon that ever existed. So I'm gonna say that for probably every entry. I like Mankey. Mankey's cool. My third Pokemon was actually a Pidgey. Yes, I called a Mankey before a Pidgey, because then I realized, damn, I'm not planning on having a flyer. It'd be smart to have a flyer around, so I did it. My fourth member was a Tauros. Now Tauros is notoriously known to be also very broken, because its speed is almost the highest in whole Kanto. I believe it actually is. I don't know. Future me, please fact check that. Put it down here, because I don't know right now. But still, I like Tauros. It's so fast that almost each other hit is a critical hit, because it's that fast. My 15th member was a Tangela. Don't get me wrong, might be weird. It's a bunch of vines above something that's black. That sounded weird. Future me edited it out. I didn't mean it like that, but it's literally what it is, because we don't know what's inside it. So let me rephrase that for a second. Hold on. Let me rephrase that, right? Tangela's cool. I like Tangela. So Tangela had to be on my team. Then I realized it was pathetic. So I went with a Victory Bell, my 5th actual member. I juked, I perceived, and I tricked you. Because if I didn't, this list would be way shorter. Oh, don't let me rant. I don't want to hear anything from you. My 6th member, I believe, was Zapdos. Because I like Zapdos. Zapdos is cool. And then I realized there are 2 flying types, and I was like, who cares, right? I wasn't planning on taking it, but I guess I did anyway, so it doesn't matter. Then we come to Pokemon Yellow. My first actual team from Pokemon Yellow was a shit show. It was atrocious. Because there were so many Pokemon I wanted. And I realized I can get all of them, but I don't have enough space on my party. I started off with Pikachu, like everyone else. After Pikachu, I believe it was the Charmander I got before the second gym. Yes, I defeated Brock with only my Pikachu. I have the power level to level 20 or something, but I did it. Right, I did it. Because I was dumb 2 years ago. I was stupid. After Charmander, I believe I got the Squirtle. And after I got the Squirtle, I got the Bulbasaur. Because I like all starters. And Charizard could finally learn Fly, so I had that problem solved for me. They're all three super cool, so I had to choose them all. I mean, hey, I had to choose them all, right? I had to choose them all. And my fifth member, it's really weird. I don't really remember it much for some reason, even though I remember Red and Blue. I don't remember this one very well. I think my fifth member must have been like, I think I went with a Magmar, and it was dumb. So I replaced it with a Chansey, which was more stupid. It was dumber, right? Nice painting. Thanks. It was dumb. Chansey is so stupidly weak. Then my sixth member was, again, a Dratini. And then I realized, hey, Dratini's cool. It took me so long to evolve. And this time I didn't even get a damn Dragonite before I beat the league, so it was worthless. But I replaced Chansey with Snorlax and Pikachu with another Dratini, which turned into a Dragonite. So I basically had 2 Dragonites. And had like Snorlax and had 3 starters. Because in the beginning I didn't want to lose Pikachu on my team. Because I was afraid he was gonna hate me. But I was like, man, this thing, Pikachu is weak on its own. Because it doesn't have it doesn't have the ball. The light ball yet. Because that's a Gen 2 item. And it was weak, pathetic. And I had to get something better. So, what is better at that point, before the league, than a damn Dragonite? What is better than 1 Dragonite? Having 2 Dragonites. I like that. I like that. It was crazy, because I used to trade a lot. I also completed Pokedex on Red, Blue, and Yellow on my 3DS. Didn't complete one on my 2DS, because I mostly just used that for trading to do, like, for example, the Shiny Gyarados glitch. With Shiny Ditto, trade that over to my Gold and Silver, so I could Shiny Hunt on there. So I'm hunting a Cyndaquil right now. I'm very big into Shiny hunting. I have a Registeel on Pokemon Brilliant Diamond that I've been going for over 60 hours. More than 3,200 encounters. I still haven't got it. I believe it's almost at odds actually. 4,096. I believe it's at 4,050 at this point. And it's like almost 70 hours. Still haven't got it, so I gave up on it. And then I feel like I want to hunt it again. And I spend a week hunting, like 30-40 hours again. And then I feel like don't playing it anymore for like 4 weeks, 5 weeks. And then I get a boost, like, oh, I want to play it again. And I want to hunt that. Because I finally want that damn shiny. Because I want everything shiny. I just can't put myself to do it because it's so long. This was a weird video. If you want to see more from this, let me know. Also, I want to give an update about the gameplay. I recorded a whole episode, that's why there wasn't an episode last week, because I was totally mentally through it. It was sad, so sad, because I recorded a damn gameplay video on my PC. I have the physical cartridge here. I only do ROMs when I have the physical cartridge of the Pokemon game. So I did that, and then the encoding on OBS was put on the wrong setting, so I put everything on my GPU. I have an Nvidia RTX 660 from 2012, so it was too much, and I basically got 1 frame every 2 minutes, and I don't know how to change it to put it on my CPU, because that was like 6%, and I would have liked it on my CPU, because then I can actually record stuff. I don't know how to do it, I'm still figuring it out, but still. If you like this video, please thumbs it up. Every support is appreciated. I really thank you for giving me a platform to show my collection and talk about Pokemon with everyone that wants to talk about it with me. I really appreciate it because I can keep talking and keep talking about it, right? It's something I can't stop thinking about for the rest of my life, right? Thank you so much for watching. I will see you all next week with a My Team for Gold, Silver, Crystal video, of course. And yeah, I will talk to you later. So Mythical Scorpion, out. I mean, what is Pokemon, you know? What is Pokemon?